Hey everybody, and welcome back. My name is Sue and I'm from OML Embroidery. Today we're going to talk about buying a new machine, kind of a beginner's guide, 10 things you need to consider before you buy. So do you want a sewing machine or just an embroidery machine? You can go on Brother and Baby Lock and you can check out the different machines and the different prices and the different bells and whistles that go with a sewing embroidery machine combo or just an embroidery machine. One of the most important things to do is make sure you know the amount of money you have to spend. It can make a big difference, or whether you can afford payments and pay off your machine that way. So set yourself a budget and then you will be able to decide and do some research on the machines that you can afford. There is no point looking at a $20,000 machine if there's no way you can afford it. So you'll be able to weigh it up and again check out the major things. The dealers' websites have a lot of information on it, and you can also decide what bells and whistles you need depending on what you're doing. So you can check out, you can compare models, you can get a lot of information, including price for most of them, so you can figure it out. So do some research and do some comparisons of brands. You can also pick used machines and you can look them up on the websites and then you can find out, if the price is good. The dealers have all of the information that you need. So you don't necessarily have to buy a new one, but you can weigh it up with warranties or anything. So the next question is, do you want a single needle machine or a multi-needle? Now there's benefits to both. I've always had multi-needles and now I have the Dream Machine 2. And I absolutely love the Dream Machine 2, which is strange because everyone thinks they have to have a multi-needle. There are benefits to each. You need to decide. And one of the major deciding factors is, do you need a hat hoop? Are you going to be doing a lot of hats? It's way easier to do hats on a multi-needle machine. You can see you have a really nice hoop. It just makes everything easier and faster. So what size hoop do you need? It depends on what you're going to do. If you notice on the website here, the Baby Lock website, they have specialty hoops for doing bags and totes and different things like that. There's extension tables, there's big hoops, there's small hoops. So that'll factor into, what you can afford. The more hoops, the bigger the hoops, usually the more expensive the machine, just like with multi-needles. So another thing to check out and keep in mind, again, I'm not saying you have to buy new, you can buy used ones, but dealers often have amazing deals. You can get software with your machine, you can get extended warranties, you can get thread, you can get hoops, you can get a lot of things. So they usually throw in a few incentives for you to buy new. Again, you can take, the incentives with you and it'll save you some money in the end, but always check out the dealers and see. Now, another thing to consider, what brand and what machine is make sure the dealer is nearby. If you have a multi-needle machine like we do and no van, it's going to be really, really hard to get your machine to a dealer. Now, we only have one an hour away, and when we have to take our machines in, we have to rent a van. There's no other way of doing it. So convenience is another thing that weighs heavily on your decision to buy, a Baby Lock or a Brother, for example. Make sure you add in money for supplies. This will add up. You need, maybe extra hoops, you need thread, you need bobbins. Make sure you account for that when you're doing your budget because it makes a difference. Some things you have to have in basics like stabilizers and a few threads, but you're going to want to buy more of each. So take that into consideration when you are purchasing the machine and deciding on your budget. And make sure you put in enough money for that. You'll be able to see pricing on different sites and you can check out Amazon as well. Another big consideration is make sure you have enough room. You can see my multi-needle machine in the back, and I have a table, a special table for it because it's big and heavy. And McDreamy is just on a desk that I have. So make sure you have the room for it and the noise ability, because McDreamy's quiet, but Ragnar the multi-needle is quite noisy. So hopefully you'll take those things into consideration. Don't forget to join the OML Embroidery University group, and like this video and subscribe for more. We're going to do lots more top 10, so hopefully this helps you get started in buying a new machine. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here's a little sneak peek of the next video coming up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!